Windows 10 Home. Windows 10 Home is the edition most ordinary people met first when Windows 10 arrived. It was made for personal laptops, family desktops, students, and everyday users who mainly needed a simple, familiar computer experience. It includes the core Windows 10 features: the Start menu, Microsoft Edge, Windows Defender security, touch support, Microsoft Store apps, basic device encryption on supported hardware, and the normal tools for browsing, studying, watching videos, and doing office work. What makes it different is that it avoids many advanced business controls. A home user usually does not need domain joining, complex policy management, or enterprise deployment tools, so Microsoft kept this edition focused on comfort and ease of use. It matters because Windows 10 Home became the default Windows version on millions of consumer PCs. Even after Windows 10 reached end of support on October 14, 2025, many people still remember this edition as the simple, everyday face of Windows 10. Windows 10 Pro. Windows 10 Pro is the professional edition of Windows 10, made for people and businesses that need more control than the Home edition can offer. It includes the normal Windows 10 experience, but adds important tools such as BitLocker encryption, remote desktop hosting, Hyper-V virtualization, group policy, Windows Update for Business, and the ability to join a company domain or Azure Active Directory.
These features matter most when a computer is not just a personal device, but part of a work setup. A small business owner may need to protect customer files. A developer may need virtual machines. An office worker may need remote access to a desktop.
This is where Windows 10 Pro becomes useful. It comes from Microsoft's older tradition of professional Windows editions, where business users received extra security and management tools. The main difference is flexibility. Windows 10 Pro still feels familiar, but it gives advanced users the control they need. Windows 10 Pro Education. Windows 10 Pro Education is a school-focused version of Windows 10 Pro. It was designed for academic environments, especially schools that buy devices in bulk and need a Windows experience that is ready for classrooms. At its core, it is close to Windows 10 Pro, but Microsoft adjusted the default experience to make it more suitable for education. Consumer-style suggestions and distractions can be reduced, while management options remain available for school IT teams. This edition matters because a classroom computer has a different purpose from a normal home laptop. Students need a clean space for learning, teachers need dependable devices, and administrators need ways to configure many machines without touching each one by hand. Windows 10 Pro Education fills that middle space. It is not as broad as full Windows 10 Education, but it gives schools a practical version of Pro that is easier to prepare for students and staff. Windows 10 Pro for Workstations. Windows 10 Pro for Workstations is the edition made for powerful PCs that handle demanding professional work. It was introduced for users who needed more than a normal office computer, such as engineers, media editors, designers, researchers, data professionals, and creators working with large files or heavy workloads. This edition focuses on performance, reliability, and support for high-end hardware. Microsoft described it as a version built to use the power of advanced workstation machines, with features connected to faster file sharing, resilient storage, and stronger support for demanding configurations. A normal user browsing the web would not notice much difference, but a professional moving huge project files or running complex software could benefit from the extra strength. Its value is not about looking different. It is about working better under pressure. Windows 10 Pro for Workstations matters because some PCs are not made for light use. They are working machines, built to stay fast and stable during serious tasks. Windows 10 Education. Windows 10 Education is a full academic edition made for schools, colleges, universities, and large learning institutions. It is based closely on the enterprise side of Windows 10, which means it includes strong management, security, and deployment features, but it is licensed and shaped for education. This edition is useful when an institution has many devices across classrooms, computer labs, libraries, and staff offices. Instead of treating each computer like a separate personal machine, IT teams can manage them as part of a larger academic network. Windows 10 Education matters because modern learning depends on stable digital tools. Students may use the same computers for research, assignments, presentations, and online classes. Teachers may need secure access to school systems. Administrators need control over updates, accounts, and settings. Compared with Pro Education, this edition is broader and more powerful. It is made for institutions that need enterprise-level control, but in an education setting. Windows 10 Enterprise. Windows 10 Enterprise is the edition built for large organizations that manage many computers at once. It is aimed at companies, government offices, hospitals, banks, and institutions where security, control, and consistency are more important than a simple personal setup. It includes the core Windows 10 experience, but adds advanced tools for device management, identity protection, application control, update control, and large-scale deployment. The difference is scale. A single person using one laptop may not need enterprise features, but an organization with thousands of devices cannot manage everything manually. IT teams need rules, security layers, and predictable systems. Windows 10 Enterprise comes from Microsoft's long history of building Windows for business networks, where computers must follow company policies and protect sensitive data. It matters because business computers are not isolated machines. They are part of a larger environment, and that environment needs to stay secure, organized, and reliable every day. Windows 10 Enterprise Multi-Session. Windows 10 Enterprise Multi-Session is a special edition designed for virtual desktop environments, especially cloud-hosted desktops. The important difference is in the name, multi-session. A normal Windows 10 Enterprise machine is usually used by one person at a time, but this edition allows multiple users to connect to the same virtual machine at the same time in supported environments. This became important for services like Azure Virtual Desktop, where companies can deliver Windows desktops and apps from the cloud instead of giving every employee a separate physical PC. It matters because modern workplaces are more flexible than before. Employees may work from home, from an office, or from different devices while still needing access to the same business desktop. Multi-session helps organizations use computing resources more efficiently, especially when many users need similar apps and settings. It is not meant for a normal home computer. It is made for managed, remote, shared desktop systems. Windows 10 IoT Enterprise. Windows 10 IoT Enterprise is made for dedicated devices, rather than ordinary personal computers. The name IoT stands for Internet of Things, but in real use, this edition often appears in devices with a specific job, such as kiosks, payment terminals, ATMs, medical systems, factory machines, digital signs, and industrial computers. Microsoft describes Windows IoT Enterprise as a full version of Windows Enterprise that brings enterprise manageability and security to IoT solutions. That means companies can use familiar Windows tools while building devices that may not look like normal PCs. The key difference is purpose. A laptop is open and flexible, but an IoT device is often locked down to do one task reliably. A checkout terminal should not behave like a student laptop. A factory controller should not be interrupted by unnecessary changes. Windows 10 IoT Enterprise matters because many important machines need the Windows ecosystem, but they need it in a controlled, specialized form. Windows 10 Enterprise LTSB. Windows 10 Enterprise LTSB stands for Long-Term Servicing Branch, and it was created for systems that needed stability more than regular feature changes. LTSB was used in earlier Windows 10 long-term servicing releases, before Microsoft later used the LTSC name, meaning Long-Term Servicing Channel. This edition is based on Windows 10 Enterprise, but it avoids many consumer-focused apps and does not follow the same frequent feature update pattern as regular Windows 10 editions. The purpose is simple. Some computers should not change often. In places like hospitals, factories, labs, and control rooms, the most important thing is not getting new features every year. The most important thing is that the system keeps working the same way. A sudden interface change or app change can create problems in sensitive environments. Windows 10 Enterprise LTSB matters because it shows that not every computer needs constant evolution. Some machines are built for long service, predictable behavior, and careful maintenance. Windows 10 IoT Enterprise LTSC. Windows 10 IoT Enterprise LTSC is the long-term servicing version of Windows 10 IoT Enterprise. It is designed for specialized devices that may stay in service for many years, such as retail systems, industrial machines, digital signage, medical equipment, and other fixed-purpose hardware. LTSC stands for Long-Term Servicing Channel, and the main idea is stability. Instead of receiving frequent feature changes, these systems focus on security updates, reliability, and a consistent operating environment.
This matters because many IoT devices are not easy to replace or update. A machine inside a factory may be connected to expensive equipment.
A medical device may need strict testing before any software change. A retail terminal may need to work every day with very little interruption. Windows 10 IoT Enterprise LTSC gives businesses a familiar Windows base while reducing the risk of unwanted changes. Its importance is quiet but practical. It helps dedicated devices keep doing the same job, safely and predictably, for a long time.